Hello everyone. Today I'm going to show you how to make this bag with the cat paw design. We'll be using for skeins of yarn and 2 colors of yarn. We'll be using for skeins of velvet yarn in total, 2 skeins of white and 2 skeins of pink. Now I'm going to use the pink yarn for the first part. We'll use a 10mm crochet hook. Now let's get started. Pull out the yarn. Wrap the yarn around your hand like this. But remember, wrap a slightly longer length of yarn around your hand so we can make a magic ring that's a little larger, because this yarn is quite thick. You insert your hook and pull up a loop like this, and then crochet 3 chains for me. 1, 2, 3. The 3 chains are done. Next, yarn over. Insert into the magic ring, pull up a loop. Then yarn over and pull through the first 2 loops. And yarn over, pull through the last 2 loops. You've completed 1 double crochet. Keep going, yarn over. Pull through the first 2 loops. Then pull through the last 2 loops. You've completed the 2nd double crochet. Next, yarn over and pull up a loop. Yarn over, pull through the first 2 loops. Then yarn over, pull through the last 2 loops. You've got the 3rd double crochet. Keep repeating this until you have 17 double crochets worked into the magic ring. Now I've finished 17 double crochets into the magic ring. Now take this tail of yarn. Pull on the tail. Pull it to tighten the magic ring. The tighter the better. But remember, when you pull, don't pull too hard. If you pull too hard, the yarn might break. Just pull with moderate tension, so that the ring closes neatly. Like this. There, it's closed neatly now. Now I'll make a slip stitch to finish off this first round. I'll spread this part out so you can see where the yarn is. I'm going to locate where the slip stitch should go. Here, this is the very first stitch. Insert your hook into it. Then pull through to make a slip stitch like I'm doing. The first round is now finished with that slip stitch. And now, moving on. Make 3 chain stitches for me. 1, 2, and 3. After that, take a stitch marker and mark this 3rd chain stitch. I will no longer finish the round at the first stitch as usual. I will finish the round at this 3rd chain stitch. Next, I'll make a double crochet stitch. Yarn over, pull up a loop. Then yarn over, pull through 2 loops. And yarn over, pull through the last 2 loops. You've completed the first double crochet. And then you will work 3 more double crochets, 1 on each of the next 3 stitches like I'm doing. 2, 3, 4. I've finished for double crochets. Next, at the 5th stitch, we're going to make an increase in double crochet. This means you're going to crochet 5 double crochets into the same stitch. Here's how to do it. First, make 1 double crochet. Then into the same space, make a 2nd double crochet. Continue in the same space. Make a 3rd double crochet. And still in the same space, you will make the 4th and the 5th double crochet. 4, the 5th double crochet. So I've finished this cluster of 5 double crochets, just like this. Next, let's count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. For these 5 stitches, you will work 1 double crochet in each stitch. That means we're going to do 5 double crochets for these 5 stitches. 1 double crochet. Next stitch. Make the 2nd double crochet. 3 double crochet. For double crochet,
5. I finished the next 5 double crochets. And at the 6th stitch, which is this one here, I will work 5 double crochets into the same stitch. 1, 2, 3,
4. I've finished 5 double crochets, all into the same stitch like this. And remember to look carefully at the stitch base. I'll spread it out to see clearly. There's one stitch here, be careful not to skip it. Then for these 5 stitches, you will work 5 double crochets, 1 into each stitch, and at the last stitch, you will work 5 double crochets into the same stitch. I've finished that cluster of 5 at the last stitch, and now I'm going to close the round. Remember the stitch marker we placed earlier? That's the marked stitch. Now remove that stitch marker. Then make a slip stitch right into that marked stitch. Insert and pull through to make a slip stitch like this. That completes round 2, and this round will have 30 stitches. And next, we'll work on round 3. First, chain 3 stitches. 1, 2, 3. Let me explain a bit. These 3 chains are counted as 1 double crochet. So sometimes you might feel like the stitch count is off. If you find your stitch count doesn't match, please comment, and I'll explain further for you. Now I'll use the stitch marker again. I'll mark this 3rd chain stitch right here, like this. And now I'll continue working on round 3. Now you will work 6 double crochets into the next 6 stitches. 6 consecutive stitches. One double crochet. To double crochets. 3 double crochets. For double crochets, 5 double crochets, and the last one is the 6th stitch. So I've finished 6 double crochets across 6 stitches. In the next stitch, you will work 5 double crochets into the same stitch. 1, 2, 3, 4, and finally, the 5th double crochet. I've finished 5 double crochets, all into the same stitch like this. You'll start to see it forming into a triangular shape. Now count the stitches, from 1 up to 9. For the next 9 stitches, you will make 1 double crochet in each stitch. I've finished 9 double crochets across 9 stitches, and now, in the next stitch, I will work 5 double crochets into 1 stitch. This is double crochet increase. Here, I'm making 5 double crochets into this 1 stitch. I've finished that group of 5 double crochets like this, and now I'll show you so you can continue on your own. Next, work 9 more stitches. 1 double crochet into each of the 9 stitches. Then, on the 10th stitch, work 5 double crochets into the same stitch. Please remember, after you finish a cluster of 5 stitches, you need to spread the stitches open to look carefully to make sure you didn't skip a stitch. Usually there's one hidden stitch in here, because after working a cluster of 5, it often covers up the next stitch like this. See right here, can you see it? Pay close attention at this part and continue working. Start from that stitch and work until 5, 6, 7, 8. The 9th stitch, making 1 double crochet into each. Then, on the 10th stitch, you will work 5 double crochets into that same stitch. And finally, for the last 2 stitches left over, work 1 double crochet into each stitch. And I've completed the final stitch. And now I'm going to make a slip stitch into the stitch with the stitch marker. Take out that stitch marker first. Then insert your hook into the hole where you just removed the stitch marker and make a slip stitch there. We've now completed round 3. And after finishing round 3, you've also finished the first section. That's the sole of the cat's paw. You can see it's forming a triangular shape like this. Now we're going to fasten off. That means we finish off this round. Chain 1. Then pull the yarn out a little and use scissors to cut off the working yarn. Next, take that yarn tail and tighten this yarn tail here. Pull it through and fasten it down. Now switch to the white yarn. Wrap it over your hand and join it together with the leftover pink yarn tail. Leave the tail at the back. Then take your crochet hook and insert it into the first stitch, yarn over. Pull the yarn through and chain 1. Now in this round we'll work single crochets. Count with me, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's 7. Work 7 single crochets, 1 in each of these stitches. Insert your hook into the stitch. Yarn over and pull through. Yarn over again and pull through both loops. That's 1 single crochet. Remember to tuck the yarn tail in. Keep the yarn tail at the back like this, so your work looks nice and neat. Make another single crochet. You can use a stick marker to mark the first stitch you made, so it's easier to see where to join the round later. Keep working like that until you've made 7 single crochets across 7 stitches. And here is the 4th single crochet. Continue. Here is the 5th single crochet. Don't forget to weave in the yarn tail. If the leftover yarn tail at the back is only a tiny bit, you don't need to force it to weave in any further. That's good enough already. A little later you can trim that yarn tail as close to the stitch as possible. Doing that makes our work look much neater. You won't see any stray yarn ends on the finished piece anymore. Now here is the 7th stitch. And that's it, we've completed 7 single crochets over 7 stitches. Next we come to the cluster of 5 double crochets worked into 1 stitch from the previous round. Here's the formula for this cluster. You will work 2 single crochets in each stitch. That's an increased single crochet increase. Here's how to do it in detail. Into the first stitch, make 1 single crochet. Then into the same stitch, Insert the hook again and make a second single crochet. That counts as one single crochet increase. Since we have 5 stitches in this cluster, we will do 5 single crochet increases. That means in each stitch, work 2 single crochets. To end the next one, here's the third pair. Both in the same spot. That's the third increase finished. Here's the fourth pair. And finally, this is the fifth pair. We've completed the increases for this 5-stitch cluster. Next, you will continue making single crochets, 1 in each stitch. Now count along. Here we have 9 double crochets from the previous round. For these, we will now work 1 single crochet into each stitch. I'll pause here to explain a little more clearly for you, just to make sure you understand. Earlier, I already made 6 single crochets, plus the first one makes 7, then after that we came to the 5 double crochets, and we worked 5 single crochet increases into them. Now, starting from the end of that cluster of 5 double crochets, count 1 to 3 for 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's 9 stitches that we've done 9 double stitches, and we'll make 9 single crochets into it. After that, we move on to the cluster of 5 double crochets from the previous round. So now, we're going to make single crochet increases in that cluster. That means 2 single crochets into the same stitch. I've finished making 5 increases for that previous cluster of 5 double crochets. So next, you just keep repeating this pattern. Work 9 single crochets, 1 in each stitch. Then when you reach the next cluster of 5 double crochets from the previous round, make single crochet increases in each of those 5 stitches. Keep repeating like this all the way around. When you've finished the increases for the last cluster of 5 double crochets, you'll have 1 stitch left. Insert your hook into it, then make 1 single crochet in that very last stitch. And now make a slip stitch. To close this round, here, I'll insert my hook into this stitch. Let me pull it apart so you can see clearly like this. This is the chain stitch. And this is the first single crochet you made. Insert your hook into that stitch and make a slip stitch. To close this round, we've now finished the border around the pad of the cat paw like this. And just to be precise, this round should have a total of 57 single crochets. Now I'm going to pull the yarn out and cut it. Go ahead and cut the yarn, then take the yarn end. Pull it through and tighten it like this. We've completed that part. Now we'll move on to making the cat's toes. After finishing the border around the paw pad like this, use your stitch marker to mark 2 stitches on each side like this. We're going to make for little cat toes on top here. And from here, look carefully from the spot where we finished the round. Count from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, up to the 18th stitch. And on the other side, it will be the 46th stitch. Mark those 2 stitches, so that we can determine the position where we need to make the toes. Now take out your pink yarn. Wrap it around your hand. Then start crocheting. Using your hook, insert it into the stitch that you've marked. Pull the yarn through. Then make 3 chain stitches, 1, 2, 3, 3 chains completed. In the next stitch, you'll make 2 double crochets in the same stitch. I'll remove the stitch marker first. Then work 2 double crochets into that same stitch. Remember to hide the yarn end at the back, so your finished piece will look nicer. 1 double crochet. Then in the same stitch, again in that same spot, make the second double crochet. Now move to the next stitch. Here you'll work 3 double crochets into this next stitch. Again, keep hiding the yarn end behind. Yarn over onto your hook. Then pull through and crochet. I've completed 3 double crochets in the same stitch. Next stitch, you'll make 2 double crochets into that same stitch. The sequence here goes 1, 2, 3, 2, 1. That means 1 double crochet, then 2 double crochets, then 3 double crochets in a stitch. This here is the 3rd double crochet, and when the yarn tail gets shorter, it's harder to hide. I still tried to tuck it in, but if you find it too difficult, you can just leave it. You don't have to keep hiding it because by now it's long enough and secure. And next, in the very last stitch of this first toe, you'll make 1 double crochet. That's it, I've finished the very first row of the first cat toe. Next, skip 3 stitches. 1, 2, 3. Skip these 3 stitches. Then work into the 4th stitch like this. Yarn over. Then yarn over and pull through to make 1 double crochet. You'll follow the sequence here. 1, 2, 3, 2, 1. That means 1 double crochet, 2 double crochets, 3 double crochets into the same stitch. This is one group. That's the first one done. In the next stitch, you'll make 2 double crochets in the same stitch. That's 1. Two. And next you'll make 3 double crochets in the same stitch. 1. 2. 3. Then next, 2 double crochets in the same stitch. Here make sure you open up this stitch carefully, so you don't accidentally skip it. And finally, 1 double crochet in the next stitch. There we go. We've finished the first row of the second cat toe. That's done. And again, skip 3 stitches. 1, 2, 3. Then in the 4th stitch, make 1 double crochet. The pattern repeats 1, 2, 3, 2, 1. That will give you the first row of each cat toe. Keep working in the same way until you reach the 4th cat toe. I've now finished the first row of the 4th cat toe. Now chain 1 stitch. Then turn your work over. And now, in the first stitch, make 1 single crochet. In the second stitch, make 1 single crochet. Then skip 2 stitches. And in the third stitch, make 5 double crochets into the same stitch. Here, this stitch right here, make 5 double crochets into that same stitch. 1. 2. 3. 4. 5. I've finished 5 double crochets. Next, skip 2 stitches. Then make 1 single crochet in the next stitch. Next, add one more single crochet. And that completes this section of the second row for one cat toe. Now it should start forming a shape like this. Next will be the second cat toe. The pattern will be as follows: to single crochets, skip to stitches, 5 double crochets, skip to stitches, and to single crochets. Just keep following this pattern for all four cat toes. First, make one single crochet. Then in the next stitch, make another single crochet. After that, skip to stitches. Here is the 5th stitch, right in this space. Make 5 double crochets in the same space. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. We've finished 5 double crochets into the same space. Next, skip to stitches again. Skip these 2 stitches and make 2 single crochets in the next 2 stitches. 1 single crochet, then another single crochet. And with that, we've completed the second cat toe. Keep repeating the same pattern until you finish the 4th cat toe. I've almost finished the 4th cat toe now. There's just one last stitch left. I think you might not know where to place the final single crochet. So I'll show you. I'll make the last single crochet right here, in this 3rd stitch of the 3 chain stitch. Insert your hook there and make a single crochet. That's it, we've completed all 4 cat toes. Now we're going to finish off this row. Make a chain stitch first. Make 1 chain. Then pull the yarn through and take your scissors. Cut the yarn. Pull it through and tighten. And that's all done. Now look, this is the wrong side. Flip it over, this is the right side. Now I'll show you how to crochet the edging around the cat toes. First, find where you joined the row earlier. With the white yarn here, this spot. Find the very first stitch there. Then take a strand of white yarn. Loop it around your finger. Hold it together with the leftover white strand from earlier. Insert your hook into this first stitch and pull the yarn through. Make 1 chain stitch. Pull both strands to the back like this. That way we can see clearly, and weave in the ends later. In the first stitch, make 1 single crochet. Next, make another single crochet. Remember to weave in the yarn ends. Hide both yarn tails to the back. So now you've done 2 single crochets, right? Next, for the following 5 stitches, make 1 single crochet in each stitch. Now I've finished 7 single crochets for the first section. Now we move on to the cluster of increases from the previous round. Here it is. I'll show you how to work over this cluster, like this. From the first stitch to the 4th stitch. Make 1 single crochet in each stitch. Then in the 5th stitch, make an increase. That means 2 single crochets in the same stitch. Next, make 4 stitches, each with 1 single crochet. And finally, make another increase, 2 single crochets in the same stitch. Here's exactly how I do it. For the first 4 stitches, make 4 single crochets, 1 in each stitch. 2, 3, 4. Now in this 5th stitch, make an increase, 2 single crochets in the same stitch. After the increase is done, work for more stitches, 1 single crochet in each, And in the 5th stitch after that, repeat the same method I mentioned. That completes edging half of the cat body. Next, we're going to edge around the cat toes. Look at the body section, this is a chain stitch. You'll see there are 3 stitches like this. Insert your hook into the middle stitch. This stitch right here. Insert into the middle stitch. Then make 1 single crochet. Next, make another single crochet, here on the top. That is the 3rd chain stitch. And right at this cat paw corner, make 1 more single crochet. Remember to weave the yarn end to the back. Alright, after edging along the paw side with single crochet, then at the tip of the paw, make 2 single crochets into the next 2 stitches. Here's the 2nd single crochet. Now we reach the cluster of 5 double crochets from the previous round. For this cluster of 5 double crochets, do this. You will make 2 single crochets in each stitch. That means each stitch becomes an increase to single crochets. First, insert into the 1st stitch and make 1 single crochet. Then, in the same stitch, insert again and make another single crochet. That's an increase stitch. Do this increase for all 5 stitches in that cluster. I've finished the cluster of 5 increases. Next, for the remaining 2 stitches, make 1 single crochet in each. 1, 2. I've finished those 2 single crochets. Now I'll work the joining part between 2 cat paws, yarn over. Then find the spot. With the 3 stitches we skipped back on round 5, insert the middle hook, pull the yarn through. Make 1 double crochet. The double crochet is complete. Next is the stitch. Spread apart the double crochet. You'll see there's a stitch here. Work 1 single crochet into that stitch. Then make another single crochet. Next we come to the cluster of 5 double crochets from the previous round. For that cluster of 5 double crochets, do exactly the same method. Make an increase to single crochets in each stitch. I've finished the increased cluster for the 2nd paw. Next, make 1 single crochet in each of the next 2 stitches, like this. And now we'll continue with the next joining section. Between the 2 cat paws is 1 double crochet. I'll show you how to do it one more time. And you can do the other 2 paws by yourself. Insert the yarn and pull it through. Make a double crochet. Next, spread the stitches apart. You'll see there's a stitch here. Work 1 single crochet in that stitch. Then make another single crochet. Now continue with this cluster, using the same method as before. Then finish the remaining 2 cat paws. Now we move to the edge of the last cat paw. You'll see these stitches here. They look a bit messy, a bit irregular. Just work along the edge. Insert into 1 stitch, make a single crochet. Insert into the next one in the middle. Make a single crochet. Insert into the lower stitch. Make another single crochet. And we've finished the edging around all the cat paws. Now we move on to the increases from round 5. Here's how we'll do it. For the first 4 stitches, work 1 single crochet in each stitch. Second single crochet. Here's the 3rd single crochet. And here's the 4th single crochet. We've finished those for single crochets. Next, at the 5th stitch, make an increase to single crochets in the same stitch. Now for the remaining 7 stitches, make 1 single crochet in each. I've finished those 7 single crochets. Now make a slip stitch here. See this yarn marker? You should have placed it when making the first stitch. Mark it at that time, but I forgot to do it. So pay attention to that part next time. Now I'll fasten off. And I've finished 1 cat paw like this. Here it is. If there are any remaining yarn tails, use a needle to hide those yarn tails, okay? And make another cat paw the same way. Now I'll show you how to make the strap. For these cat paws, we'll use a white yarn. Loop it through your hand like this. Then use your hook to go across the yarn and make a ring. After that, pull yarn through the loop. And that gives you the first stitch. Remember to tighten this part well, because this is the very first stitch. Yarn over, pull through, and you have 1 chain stitch. Yarn over again, pull through, and that's the second chain. Third, you'll make a total of 120 chain stitches. You can make it longer if you like. Alright, I've finished a chain of 120 stitches. Now I'll show you the next step. From here, make 1 chain stitch. Then turn to the 120th stitch. Insert the hook and make a single crochet. Next, go to the 119th stitch. Insert the hook and make a single crochet. For the next stitches, just insert the hook and make a single crochet. Keep repeating that until you reach the end of the chain. Right now I'm still working on this strap, but I've run out of yarn. So, conveniently, I'll show you how to join a new yarn, so we can continue. Here I'll use a new skein. Take the yarn out and arrange it like this. See, these are 2 yarn ends. Use the old yarn. Let me show you more clearly. Pull out the old yarn a bit. Now we have these 2 ends. Place the new yarn diagonally. Then place the old yarn on top. Next, take the new skein, wrap it down and around. Then tie a knot right at this spot. After that, hold both yarns and pull them tight like this. Pull it really tight. And with the 2 long ends, pull them tight until they don't slip anymore. Look at this. No matter how hard you pull, the knot won't come undone. You can test it multiple times. Then take your scissors and cut off the 2 short ends. The closer you cut them, the neater your yarn will look. Cut them close like this. Give it a pull, it won't loosen. It won't come undone anymore. And that's how we've joined the yarn. Now I'll continue working. I've almost finished the second row. Now there's just 1 last stitch. Insert your hook and make a single crochet. Next, make 1 chain stitch. Then turn your work over. Turn it to the back. Look at these stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4. These are the stitches you'll work into. Insert into the first stitch and make a single crochet. Next, into the second stitch, make a single crochet. You can see the V shape on top here. Like this. Insert and make a single crochet. Next is the third stitch. Insert and make a single crochet. When you work on the return row, the V on top is a little harder to see. Be careful here. Keep working like this until you reach the end of the strap. Alright. I've finished the third row. Now I'll insert here. Pay attention, this stitch is a bit hard to see. Insert here and make a single crochet. Next, make another chain stitch. Then turn your work over. We'll keep repeating the same method as before. First stitch, second, third, fourth. See these stitches? Insert into each and make a single crochet. Watch carefully for the V-shaped top of each stitch. Keep working like that until you reach the end of this strap. And now I'll show you how to join the two strap ends together. First, you need to identify the stitches. And here is the other end of the strap. We'll join these two ends using single crochet stitches. Let me show you more clearly. Insert your hook into the first stitch on this side. Then match it with the stitch on the other side. We'll make a slip stitch here. Next, chain 1. Then insert into that stitch again. Then insert into the first stitch on the other side. Yarn over and make a single crochet. Next, insert into the middle stitch on this side and the middle stitch on the other side. Yarn over and make the second single crochet. Next is the last stitch. And finally, insert into the last stitch on this side and the last stitch on the other side. Yarn over and make the third single crochet. And we've joined them. Then make one more chain stitch to secure the join. Now we've joined the strap like this. Next, take the paw piece, like this. Mark the spots where you'll attach the strap. Here, this is where I'll attach it. These two spots. If you want it more secure, count the stitches. Count the stitches. I've marked these two spots where we'll attach the strap. That's where the strap will be joined. Now let's continue with the strap we were working on earlier. The one we left unfinished just now. Insert into the first stitch on this side. Then yarn over. Move on to the next stitch, this one. Insert your hook. Then insert into the stitch on the other side. Yarn over and make a slip stitch. We'll join this strap to the paw bag, entirely using slip stitches. Insert your hook. Then insert into the next stitch on the other side. Yarn over and make another slip stitch. Continue, insert into the next stitch. Then insert into the next stitch on the other side. Yarn over and make a slip stitch. Pay close attention to each stitch, one by one. Don't let your stitches go off alignment. If your stitches are off, then your strap will also end up crooked. It won't look nice. Just keep going like this until you reach the yarn marker on the other side. Now I'll show you a faster way to join. A quicker method. Insert into the stitch on the strap side. Then insert into the corresponding stitch on the paw side. Hook the yarn from underneath and pull it through. This way is faster. Let me do it again. Watch carefully. Insert. Then insert through the other side and pull the yarn through like this. It's much faster. You'll do the same with the other cat paw piece. And you're done. The paw-shaped bag is complete. You can store so many items in it. The size of this bag will be around a length of about 38 to 40 centimeters, and the width of the bag will be about 25 to 30 centimeters, depending on the hook size you use, anywhere from a 7 millimeters to a 10 millimeters hook, and also depending on how tight or loose you crochet. So now I've finished this bag. I wish you success, and don't forget to follow the channel. Bye bye.